You're listening to The Dr. Ben Show, your guide to a healthy, holistic human body with Dr. Ben Kersenbrock, DC.
Hello, hey, howdy, and hi, however and wherever you say peace. Thank you for listening in to The Dr. Ben Show. My name is Bruce, and I have the good fortune to be your host, and I have the utmost honor of introducing you and the world via the internet to Dr. Ben Kersenbrock.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you, Dr. Ben. Now, if you listened to the first Dr. Ben Show podcast, you know that I am a patient of Dr. Ben's and have been for about 2 years now. I've been a believer in chiropractors and have found more than just relief for more than a decade because of my own experiences. But the benefits of chiropractic medicine, they're ancient.
That's right. This bit of history comes from the American Chiropractic Association's website. The roots of chiropractic care can be traced all the way back to the beginnings of recorded time. Writings from China and Greece written in 2700 BC and 1500 BC mention spinal manipulation and the maneuvering of the lower extremities to ease low back pain. Hippocrates, the Greek physician who lived from 460 to 357 BC, also published texts describing the importance of chiropractic care. In one of his writings, he declares, "Get the knowledge of the spine, for this is the requisite of many diseases."
And that's what the Dr. Ben Show is all about, helping you get the knowledge you need to avoid those many diseases and ailments. We're asking you to give us about 15 minutes of your time. And if you don't think Dr. Ben and his expert guest are helping you down the road to a healthy, holistic human body, thank you for giving us a chance. We wish you wellness and invite you to keep checking in occasionally. We're pretty sure you'll find something useful for your health. If you find that the Dr. Ben Show is a good partner in your pursuit of a healthy, holistic human body, we wish you wellness and welcome.
So this week, we're going to speak with Dr. Sandy Doman, owner of Miami Sports Chiropractic and Yoga Center and president of the Dade County Chiropractic Society, briefly about the benefits of chiropractic medicine as a tool towards a healthy life. Dr. Doman joins us from Miami by phone. Hi, Dr. Doman.
Hi, Doc. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us. We know that the art of spinal manipulation is an old one. So why is it that going to see a chiropractor is such a new idea?
It's not that it's necessarily new, given that it's been around for thousands of years, like most of the alternative medicine therapies out there. I think that in the U.S., we have a proud history of traditional allopathic-based medicine, my father, which is a medical doctor. So I think that there's been a big emphasis on finding solutions to horrific emergencies and epidemics, but that there's being a return to the awareness of therapies that really, like chiropractic, which help capitalize on helping the body heal itself without the use of medication.
Well, I mean, it's interesting that you bring that up, that without the use of medication, because we just saw a study done by doctors at the Harvard Medical School that indicated there has actually been an increase in the use of opiates to treat back pain, of which 8 in 10 of Americans will experience it sometime in their life.
Right. And so I saw this study as well today. And the good news is at my office in Miami, Florida, I don't have to use any fear-based marketing to get patients to attend and complete their short care plans because the media is doing it for me. Unfortunately, there's been a miseducation in that when we have aches and pains and health issues, which was really what 99% of neck and back pain is, that we unfortunately have been turning to medication for health issues. I can't say to blame the medical doctors because that's what their training is in medicine and surgeries and keeping people from dying. The only issue is that it's also not going to make you healthy and help you live. And so this is why I've been very happy being a chiropractor in Miami for 4 years, is because aside from the fact that there's an increase in the use of opiates, there's also a lot of people who are turning to alternative methods such as chiropractic.
So we're seeking health without invading the body physically through surgery or chemically through medicine. You know, is that the easiest way to describe holistic?
Yeah, it's not like like a patient wakes up one day with an NSAID deficiency in their body or a narcotic deficiency. So if I have somebody come in who has this massive herniated disc and it's not only causing them extreme pain but ruining their quality of life, I am no martyr. I will happily send them to a local medical doctor for a same-day appointment to help get them out of pain. But the reality is, as a chiropractor, what we do is help to improve the structure and the alignment of the overall body so that it can function in its proper way.
You know, Dr. Doman, when you do send a patient to a medical doctor, how does that complement your treatment?
The reality is, as any healthcare practitioner, I can't do everything by myself. What I focus on as a chiropractor, as I mentioned before, is the structure and function of the spine and as it relates to the overall body. Some other tools in my medicine chest that I know Dr. Kurtenbach and I both have in common because we have the same training. We will use exercise, nutrition, stress relief, but I can't handle everything. And if there is something that's beyond my scope of care, if there is fracture, tumor, infection, or any other type of emergency, I feel grateful that I have a whole bunch of local medical doctors who are very kind and caring with my patients as part of helping to take care of them.
So, as a patient, who do you decide to see first, your chiropractor or your medical doctor?
That is a wonderful question. Unfortunately, I think that when it comes to acute back pain or something like that, I actually find that a lot of patients, they go to the emergency room first, where they might get an x-ray, a painkiller, and then be sent on their way. The good thing about going to see a chiropractor first when it comes to back pain is that we are by far the known specialists in the diagnosis and management of back pain. We are primary care limited portal of entry physicians, and we are trained to specifically diagnose with or without imaging and or labs exactly what the cause of your back pain is and how to best fix it. So I would say in the interest of time and a diagnosis, a chiropractor is the perfect choice.
You know, Dr. Doman, you opened up a kind of a can of worms there in the interest of time and relief. You know, you mentioned that patients are going straight to the emergency room in order to seek relief. What do you think it's going to take as far as educating the general populace to know that they can get that relief not just immediately but long term by going to see their chiropractor rather than to the ER?
So there's a few good issues at hand here. Number one, the trend towards an increase in alternative care, complementary care to chiropractors. I find that there's just a grassroots movement now towards finding the right person through word of mouth. That's number one, is having great chiropractors that are coming out of school literally every day, producing amazing results, and also being integrated to work with medical doctors so that we're more top of mind. That's number one. Number two, there by far is more and more research coming out every day on the safety and effectiveness of spinal manipulation in the management of low back pain. In fact, when you look at today's research, spinal manipulation by far is probably one of the number one most effective options for managing low back pain. And then number three, as I've mentioned before, having outreach and good relationships with medical doctors is going to help patients get better, more direct care as we educate medical doctors and the people in our community about what we specifically do.
And that's what this podcast is all about, Dr. Doman, helping people understand that chiropractic medicine is a complement to whatever they're doing and in many ways can reduce their dependence on medicines as well if done correctly. Dr. Doman, you are the owner of the Miami Sports Chiropractic and Yoga Center. Tell us a little bit more about your business and how and what you provide your patients.
So I opened this practice in 2010. And it's pretty much a combination of everything that I think, number one, helps get people out of pain without the use of pharmaceuticals, surgery, injections, whatnot. And then number two, I believe why my practice has been successful is because I utilize a treat and release philosophy. And what that means is that when a patient comes into me with neck or back pain, number one, I figure out how they got it. And number two, I teach them whether it's how to sit correctly in a chair or go to do yoga and Pilates or go do boxing or go do anything or change their diet. I teach them all of the different lifestyle factors that will help to keep them out of my office and healthier in the long term.
Which is part of the myth that we're trying to dispel, is that chiropractors want to keep you coming back and coming back and coming back. No question about that. Dr. Sandra Doman, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to talking to you again about chiropractors, your profession, as well as how it integrates with medical doctors, and also how you can use things like yoga and exercise to live a healthy, holistic human body.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Dr. Sandra Doman is just the first of the many health experts to join us on the Dr. Ben Show to help guide you along your journey to a healthy, holistic human body. Now, to find out more about Dr. Ben, his practice, and his healthy lifestyle partners, check out his website at KirstenBrockChiropractic.com.
And if you live in the Central Florida area or happen to be visiting on vacation, check out the website to make an appointment for our Lake Mary office. I welcome your comments and really want to answer your questions, so you can email your comments and questions to the Dr. Ben Show with the email address info@KirstenBrockChiropractic.com.
And that's KERSENBROCK, chiropractic.com. If this is your first time to join us, you can download past, present, and future podcasts at KirstenBrockChiropractic.com. In our next podcast, we're going to get into more detail about the many techniques chiropractic doctors can use for your health.
The first one is the manual adjustment and the many different ways it can benefit you from head to toe.
And with that, thank you for taking the time to listen to the Dr. Ben Show. Now, how about a healthy thought to get us through the week, Dr. Ben?
Sure. You know, if you're an athlete and you've developed some muscle soreness after a day or two of exercising hard, a large glass of chocolate milk really helps with bringing the muscle soreness down.
Chocolate milk.
Who would have thought?
You've been listening to the Dr. Ben Show. Be sure to tell your family and friends. They can listen and learn more about how to live with a healthy, holistic human body at KirstenBrockChiropractic.com. The Dr. Ben Show is a production of JBOWebProductions.com.